Hi, folks. It's that Forshey guy again with another episode of Guns and Gavels. Is there a topic in self defense that probably gets more jawbone service than the concept of the stand your ground doctrine and the castle doctrine, or sometimes in some states, the stand your ground law? Let's talk about it. What is the stand your ground doctrine or the stand your ground law in states that have it? Basically, what this is there's a law that says you are not required legally to retreat before you can legally use lethal force. And there's a lot of people that criticize this and they say you should always retreat. Well, guess what? I tend to agree. The Nike defense has got to be number one or number two on my list of first things that I would do if I'm in a confrontation. Run. You'd be surprised how fast an old fat bastard like me can move when I'm motivated just a bit. And I don't have to outrun the bear. I only have to outrun you, meaning all I got to do is get a locked door between me and you and have a phone in my hand. And I've basically won the ordeal. So I'm a big fan of running. I'm a big fan of retreating, but I don't know that I want to live somewhere where I'm required to retreat. What if you're severely handicapped, severe cerebral palsy, and you're confined to a wheelchair, and you live in a state that doesn't have a stand your ground law? So you are legally required to retreat before you can use lethal force. And there's 6 people with knives threatening your lives. Please explain to me, those of you who think that stand your ground is somehow wrong, please explain to me how many wheelchair wheel rotations in reverse that you feel that person should be required by law to make before they can unholster their gun and defend themselves from those 6 assailants. Kind of an odd suggestion, but no, it's not. These kind of things really do happen. So that's, I guess, my first musing with regard to the stand your ground doctrine. Now, for just a moment, let's turn our attention to the so-called castle doctrine, which goes back to the old English concept of a man's home is his castle. I think we can assume in the year 2023 that a woman's home is also her castle. Hopefully we can take that leap. What does this mean? Well, basically what a lot of people say it means is that if somebody breaks into your house, you can shoot them. I have students all the time. I ask them to finish the sentence. Somebody breaks into your house, you can. And usually about 30-40% of the class will, without even hesitating, will say, kill them. And then I point out, well, here's the thing about that. Let's assume that you're in your house, you're sitting on your couch, you're watching TV, and somebody's knocking on your door. They're just knocking on your door, and you're not in the mood to get up and answer your door. You're just not going to deal with it. They can just knock and they can leave a note or they can leave. I don't need to deal with another salesman at 4 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. But your front door is not locked. It's open. It's unlocked but closed, but it's not locked. And they knock, ring your doorbell, knock, ring your doorbell. And then your door opens up. And somebody just walks into your house. And it turns out it's a 10-year-old Girl Scout. And she's in Girl Scout regalia. And she wants to sell you some Girl Scout cookies. Well, you can kill her, right? You can just go ahead and shoot her. Folks, it is not a hunting license for Girl Scouts. The Castle Doctrine means that there's a rebuttable presumption that when someone is home and somebody breaks into your home, that a reasonable person in that situation would be in fear for their life. But it is a rebuttable presumption, which means the state can show that no reasonable person would have felt that they were threatened under that particular circumstance, and thus you can't just shoot somebody. So what I always tell people, I think, is really good advice. Don't let the media feed the concept of stand your ground and castle doctrine and shove it down your throat like they're fattening up a goose liver for pate. That's not what you do. Basically, it's very simple. I don't care if you're walking backwards or if you're walking forwards. I don't care if you're inside your home or outside of your home, inside your car, outside of your car, on your curtilage. Look that one up if you want some black letter law about the castle doctrine, or not on your curtilage. It's a very simple concept. Are you in fear for your life? If you're in fear for your life, do what you got to do to end that threat. If you're not in fear for your life, why are they always having this conversation about how many angels can dance on the head of a pin that's called castle doctrine? Anyway, hopefully that clears up a lot of misconception. It's actually simpler than I think people try to make it. So take that from that what you can. Stay safe. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to click like or subscribe below. And until next time, thanks.